Good morning, my name is Hannah Simmons. Have you ever met one of those people that is so cool and so extremely weird at the exact same time? One of those people who inspires you constantly, makes you feel the slightest bit bad about yourself because you know you'll never be as jazzy as they are. But also makes you extremely happy that you aren't them. Well, all of these things perfectly describe Halle Smith. When I first met Halle in middle school, I didn't like her. But my mom told me to become friends, and I can actually say, only slightly grudgingly, that I'm really happy that she's one of my closest friends. Now give it up for the squirrely, white and nerdy, Grandpa Joe, Sugartown singing Latin enthusiast, flamboyant, future Miss Millen and future George Clooney, absolutely incredible, Halle Smith.
It's winter of my sophomore year, and I find myself shuffling up to this very podium, entrenched in this inconspicuous coat. Clearly, I'm ready to share my words of wisdom with you. Next week, yada, 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 lifeblood will be coming to St. Mary's, yada, 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 give us your blood. It occurs to me in the middle of my sermon, as I gaze upon my bleary-eyed audience, that's you, that I need to end with a bang. After all, what greater tragedy could fall upon this school than my ending a Latin club announcement without a touch of the old razzle-dazzle? It is for this reason that I uttered a strangled, "Go Latin!" This moment has haunted me since. It haunts me not only because I am original enough to retell the story so often that I even used it in a college application essay, but also because you, my kind-hearted peers, have revived this cry at every given opportunity. For instance, in the middle of Christmas break, a year after I made the announcement, I received a text message from one Grace Lee that simply read, "Go Latin!" There are some of you, perhaps, who only know me from these Latin announcements. There are some of you, perhaps, who might only identify me as that girl who is weirdly enthusiastic about Latin and who constantly looks like she just fell out of bed. To those people, you're not wrong. However, poorly dressed Latin enthusiast is only a label for me, and I've created many labels for myself throughout the years. For instance, I am the ill-fated child upon whose head the gym's fire extinguisher fell. I am nuclearbagel@gmail.com. I am the admirer of Romeo's behind. All of these labels have identified me, yet I have a secret for you. I don't believe in labels. Allow me to clarify. Another label that I have been identified by has been my love for the Beatles. Indeed, I will confess that I was, in fact, that kid who punched the occasional person for preferring the esteemed Jonas Brothers over the Beatles. I was wrong for doing so. Not because the Jonas Brothers are worthy of even being compared to the Beatles, but because I acknowledged that the way I identified myself pushed me to see through a lens that prevented me from seeing that there might be more than one acceptable answer. In other words, I was biased. And because of my bias, I was blinded to an alternative. In this way, I confined myself. I don't believe in labels because they are the iron bars which confine us from stretching out towards something new. Labels confine us because they turn our attention away from infinite possibility. For this reason, I urge you to let go and just be. Even without being able to describe yourself in terms such as Latin enthusiast, or in simpler terms such as confident or beautiful, I think that we can find ourselves at our best by looking out. By looking out, we break free of iron bars and transcend description. We render ourselves unstoppable. And it's with that idea in mind that I offer you this song by Cat Stevens. I hope you enjoy it. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, oh, it's easy. Oh, you only need to know. Well, if you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go, you know that there are. Well, if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, oh, it's easy. Oh, you only need to know. Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. You know that there are. You know that there are.